Hello everyone and welcome back. I am truly grateful that you have joined me today, and I'm excited to explore something that has the power to change your life. The essence of true attraction does not lie in chasing, clinging, or seeking validation. It lies in the art of being. When a woman masters the power of detachment, she becomes irresistible because her value radiates from within. A man is naturally drawn to what he perceives as rare and irreplaceable. And a woman who detaches communicates exactly that. She does not seek attention, approval, or affirmation. Her life is full, her purpose is clear, and her joy is not dependent on anyone else. Detachment is not indifference. It is a quiet, grounded confidence that says, I am complete in who I am. When a woman understands this, she steps into a power no man can overlook. Men are instinctively wired to pursue what challenges them and captivates both their mind and spirit. A detached woman does not beg for affection or plead for attention. Instead, she draws it naturally because her energy is magnetic. She sets high standards, not out of pride, but because she knows her worth. She is unafraid to walk away from anything or anyone that does not align with her values. This firmness of spirit creates an atmosphere of respect. A man cannot help but honor a woman who respects herself enough to detach from what does not serve her. Detachment is also about emotional balance. She does not crumble under pressure or lose herself in the highs and lows of relationships. Instead, she remains steady, choosing to invest in her growth and dreams rather than chasing fleeting emotions. This maturity compels a man to rise to her level because he understands that being in her presence is a privilege, not a right. When a woman detaches, she creates space, and space creates desire. Men are drawn to freedom. They desire connection, but not suffocation. A detached woman allows a man to freely choose her, which deepens the authenticity of his commitment. She does not manipulate or control. She simply is, and that is what makes her unforgettable. Her detachment is not rejection. It is an invitation to rise. It communicates, I am whole on my own, but if you wish to walk with me, you must meet me where I am. This stance brings out the best in him and allows the relationship to be built on mutual respect and admiration. To the woman who learns to detach, know this: you are not losing by letting go. You are gaining by standing firm in your value. Your power is not in chasing, but in being. Men cannot resist a woman who knows how to love deeply while remaining free. That balance is what makes you extraordinary. Detachment is a profound expression of self-confidence because it reflects an unshakable belief in one's own worth and identity. A woman who practices detachment communicates without words that she is whole and complete as she is. She does not require constant reassurance to validate her sense of self. This inner assurance becomes a quiet, radiant strength that others cannot help but notice. She is not desperate for attention, affection, or approval. She does not chase relationships or cling to outcomes because her confidence is not tied to external factors. She understands that her value is inherent and not dictated by others' opinions or actions. This kind of confidence allows her to stand firm in her choices, unafraid of rejection or loss, because she knows her worth remains unchanged. Detachment fosters clarity. A confident woman does not get lost in emotional turbulence or remain in unhealthy situations. She evaluates relationships and interactions with a calm, grounded perspective, ensuring her decisions align with her values and purpose. Her detachment becomes a safeguard against settling for less than she deserves. This self-assured approach creates undeniable magnetism. People are drawn to her because her confidence is inspiring and empowering. It naturally shifts the dynamics of any relationship. She does not follow, she leads by example. Ultimately, detachment rooted in self-confidence is not about pushing people away. It is about standing firm in who you are. It is an unspoken declaration, I am enough. And that truth is impossible to ignore. Emotional independence is the cornerstone of strength and self-assurance. It reflects the ability to move through life without becoming overly dependent on others for emotional support, validation, or happiness. A woman who embodies emotional independence is in control of her inner world. She does not allow external circumstances or the actions of others to dictate her mood or sense of self-worth. This independence does not mean she is closed off or unwilling to connect. Rather, it means she approaches relationships from a place of abundance instead of need. She does not cling to others to fill emotional voids or to compensate for a lack of fulfillment within herself. Instead, she cultivates joy, peace, and confidence from within, and she brings those qualities into her relationships as a gift, not a demand. She takes responsibility for her emotions, understanding that while others may influence how she feels, she ultimately has the power to regulate and process those emotions. This makes her resilient. She can experience disappointment or heartache without being consumed by it, because she knows how to navigate emotional challenges in a healthy, constructive way. This emotional stability is deeply attractive. A man admires a woman who is emotionally secure and grounded, because it allows the relationship to grow without the burden of unrealistic expectations or constant reassurance. She does not seek a partner to complete her. She seeks someone who complements her, someone who adds value to an already rich and fulfilling life. Her emotional independence empowers her to set healthy boundaries. She can say no without guilt and walk away from situations that disrupt her peace or violate her values. This clarity and self-respect create an atmosphere of mutual admiration and respect. At its core, emotional independence is about freedom. The freedom to live authentically and to love deeply without losing oneself. It is a declaration that her happiness and peace are her responsibility, and that inner strength is what makes her unforgettable. Having high value and strong standards is a clear expression of self-worth. It reflects a deep understanding of one's value and a commitment to honoring it in every area of life. A woman who lives by high standards does not do so out of arrogance or entitlement, but out of respect for herself and the life she is intentionally creating. She knows what she wants and refuses to compromise on the principles that matter most to her. She has clarity about her values, her purpose, and the kind of relationships she desires. This clarity is not rigidity, it is discernment. It creates space only for what aligns with her vision and removes what does not. Her value is evident in the way she carries herself. She does not seek validation or feel the need to prove her worth. She already knows it. This quiet confidence is magnetic. It attracts those who appreciate her strength and Natu. Rally repels those unwilling to rise to her level. She sets the tone for how she expects to be treated by first treating herself with dignity, care, and respect. She is not afraid to walk away from jobs, friendships, or romantic connections that do not honor her worth. She understands that settling for less erodes self-respect. Her willingness to leave what does not serve her sends a clear message. Her time, energy, and presence are valuable. High standards do not make her difficult or unkind. They make her intentional. She understands that the quality of her life is shaped by the choices she makes, and she chooses carefully. Her standards act as a filter, ensuring that what remains in her life is meaningful, authentic, and uplifting. This level of integrity commands admiration. People are drawn to her strength, and men in particular feel inspired to rise and meet her expectations. She does not demand respect, she embodies it. Her standards are not about exclusion, but elevation. They invite others to grow, to rise, and to honor the best within themselves in order to walk beside her. Mystery and attraction work together to create a powerful allure. A woman who embodies mystery does not reveal everything about herself all at once. She allows her depth to unfold naturally, like the chapters of a compelling book. This mystery is not about manipulation or secrecy. It is about maintaining individuality and allowing curiosity to grow. Mystery draws people in because it leaves room. M for discovery. When a woman does not overexpose her thoughts, feelings, or plans, she becomes fascinating. Her life has layers that take time and intention to uncover, and that process keeps a man engaged and intrigued. Her mystery is rooted in confidence. She does not need constant attention or validation. She is comfortable with silence and does not feel compelled to fill every moment with words or explanations. This quiet assurance creates a strong presence. She trusts that the right people will take the time to understand her. She values privacy and boundaries, sharing herself selectively and allowing access to her inner world only to those who earn it. This selectivity communicates that intimacy with her is a privilege. Mystery also keeps relationships alive and dynamic. Because she continues to grow and evolve, she remains unpredictable in the best way. She brings new perspectives and energy into her connections, preventing stagnation. This challenges others to stay engaged and invested. At the core of her mystery is self-awareness. She knows who she is and what she stands for. She is not easily swayed by outside opinions because she is grounded in her identity. This stability makes her intriguing and deeply compelling. Mystery is not distance, it is intrigue. It invites deeper connection and leaves a lasting impression. Respect is one of the most powerful outcomes of a woman who knows her worth and loves with intention. Respect cannot be demanded. It is earned through consistency, integrity, and self-respect. A woman who fosters respect does so by honoring herself first. She sets clear boundaries, not from fear, but from self-knowledge. She does not allow others to overstep or diminish her, and she communicates her expectations calmly and assertively. Her actions align with her words, creating trust and admiration. She is discerning about who she allows into her life. She does not seek approval or attempt to please everyone. She invests in connections that honor her values. Her presence, posture, tone, and demeanor reflect confidence and grace. She remains composed in difficult situations and does not rely on confrontation to assert herself. She also shows respect to others, listening attentively and treating people with fairness and empathy. This balance of strength and kindness earns lasting admiration. Her respect is not fleeting. It forms the foundation of meaningful relationships and enduring influence. Non-attachment to outcomes reflects maturity, clarity, and inner strength. It is the ability to care deeply without becoming dependent on results. A woman who practices non-attachment does not tie her happiness or self-worth to how things turn out. She focuses on effort and intention, trusting that outcomes will unfold as they should. This mindset does not diminish passion. It frees her from anxiety and the illusion of control. She understands that while she can influence her path, she cannot control every result. Non-attachment reflects confidence in herself and in life. She believes in her ability to handle whatever comes. Success or failure, acceptance or rejection do not define her. This allows her to take risks and make bold decisions without fear. In relationships, non-attachment creates authenticity. She does not force connections or cling out of fear. She allows relationships to develop naturally without pressure. When things do not go as planned, she does not collapse into disappointment. She learns, adapts, and moves forward with grace. Freedom creates pursuit because people desire what cannot be controlled. A woman who embodies freedom does not chase or manipulate. She lives authentically, allowing her natural presence to draw others in. She gives others the space to choose her freely, and that choice deepens desire. Her freedom reflects self-sufficiency and purpose. She has her own passions and goals, which makes her life vibrant and compelling. This independence inspires pursuit because it communicates abundance, not need. Freedom fosters respect. She honors her own space and allows others theirs. She is not threatened by individuality or distance. She understands that connection thrives when both people remain free. Her unpredictability keeps others intrigued, and her presence feels like a privilege rather than a guarantee. She is empowering to be around because her freedom is grounded, not reckless. It reflects confidence, balance, and inner peace. In the end, the power of detachment lies in the message it sends: I am whole, I am valuable, I am free. A woman who embodies this truth does not need to demand love, attention, or respect. They are drawn to her naturally. Confidence, emotional independence, high standards, mystery, and freedom form a magnetic force. The strongest connections are built on choice, not control. When a woman stops chasing and starts standing firmly in her worth, what is meant for her no longer has to be pursued. It finds her. Be free, be confident, and allow the world to come to you.